Here's what you need to know to get started assigning roles and permissions to users in J1 Web Advising.
Roles and permissions work differently in J1 Web compared to desktop. In each J1 Web role, you can switch each permission on or off, and you can make custom copies of the roles with different permissions enabled to assign to different people. So you can fine-tune permissions for individual people.
So take some time to understand how it works in general before you set up the advising roles.
Watch the video called Overview of Roles and Permissions in J1 Web.
And read the J1 Web Advising Roles and Permissions Transition Guide. It'll show you the big picture and all the details for setting up advising permissions.
There are two role templates for administrators. The first is the Academic Advising Module Manager. The second is Advising Access to All Students.
The Academic Advising Module Manager is the main admin role. It includes permissions for managing advisors and advisees, setting up advising cycles, and managing advising trees and academic plans.
The Advising Access to All Students role has permissions for all advisees' goals, scores, holds, academic plans, and graduation status. It can also give access to each advisor's roster. You can assign this role to the module manager or to advisors in the Advising Center who need broad access.
For advisors, there's a primary role, and there are secondary roles. One secondary role is for specific academic programs. Another is for specific athletics teams, and a third one is for specific locations, such as a particular campus.
The primary advisor's role has permissions for viewing advising cycles and for working with student information, holds, overrides, academic plans, and goals. It has permissions for registering and dropping students too. As with all roles, you can customize multiple versions of the role to give just the right permissions to various advisors.
Secondary advisor roles have the same permissions as primary roles, but you can assign them to specific programs, teams, or locations.
Okay, so let's recap who gets which roles. For advisors, there are primary and secondary advising roles. For administrators, there's the Advising Module Manager. And then the Access to All Students role might be used by an administrator or by general advisors in an advising center. Are there any other roles that might be used for advising?
Good question. IT will already know this, but all J1 Web users need a J1 Web User role, and your advisors and admins need a custom person management role to see some of the student information.
Right. And some users might need custom organization management, facilities user, or communication management-based roles.
Remember to make copies of the default roles and assign users to your copies. That lets you customize the permissions for various kinds of users, and it keeps the default role ready to make new copies.
The transition guide walks you through the steps to assigning the roles and setting up the permissions.
It guides you through each step of the process.
And it provides a handy reference to which roles have which permissions available.
The guide shows you the details, such as associating an advisor with a specific program, team, or campus, and allowing advisors to register and drop students. It even shows you how to create positions and assign the roles to positions instead of individuals. That could save you time when there's turnover.
Now you're ready to get started with J1 Web Advising roles. Go ahead and watch the General Roles and Permissions video. Then open the Advising Roles and Permissions Transition Guide and see how easy it is to assign roles and how powerful they are in giving people just the right access. I think they're ready, right?
Of course they're ready, and they can still hear you.
Oh, oops. Sorry, but I'm sure you're right. They'll do great.
This isn't their first rodeo.